thank you, Shubham, for staying with us to share your experience, how you crack your IIT, then how your parents carved the path for you for the IIT. Now we want to know your IIT experience and also want to know how you actually traveled to 10 countries, during your IIT. How did you get the international internship? I know that IIT is the kind of a premium institutes for engineering, and I'm sure people also look forward to the best internship. So, what was your internship? And I know that in the previous interview you mentioned about the 10 countries that you traveled. So, can you talk about the internship scene, how it happens, and what was your internship
I
experience?
always wanted to, go to another country. That's why I decided that I will go for a foreign internship under any professor or at some university. So the internship, the normal process of internship is that you have to do an internship after your third year. So during your third year summer, you have to do an internship. You have to get an experience of working in a company, and that's
Okay.
what helps you during your placement. So what I did was, one of my seniors, he went to South Korea for an internship under a professor. So I also mailed that professor that, okay, I am also interested in working under you. He replied back to me that, okay, you are invited, but it would be a non-funded internship. Like you will have to come and you will have to spend your own expense. So I thought that maybe if I could mail some other professors in other countries also, like Europe or US, I might get a funded internship and I can choose that over the non-funded one. So I mailed a lot of professors, and this was during my second year, my third sem. You should start mailing if you want to do a summer internship. That is after your second year. You should start mailing professors in your third sem itself. At least 4 to 5 months prior to your starting of internship, because many professors, they won't reply and you will have to send reminders or again and again. Mailed around 500 to 600 professors at
Wow.
different at different universities. Some
Uh-huh.
were in US, most of them were in US, some were in South Korea, some were in Singapore, and some were in Europe, like Belgium and Austria, these universities. So I did a lot of research, and based on that research, whoever I was interested under working with, so I mailed them, and many of them reply also. Many of them were rejection emails. That's fine. They just reply that, okay, there is no position right now, but you can contact me later. And many of them reply as well that, okay, I find your profile very interesting, and you can work with me during the summer. So I got 3, 4 offers, but all of them were non-funded. So I thought that, okay, let's go to South Korea, because US was expensive during that time. The amount that I paid in South Korea while going to US, that cost would have only been included for flights. So that's why I went to South Korea,
Okay.
and so it was my first foreign experience. So I was a little bit scared. So I asked my professor that if you have another position open for another student. So I took my friend also with me, that
Okay.
let's go together for internship.
Uh-huh.
So that was quite a good time. Those 2 months went very well.
Okay.
I stayed in South Korea for 2 months. I worked on speech processing, so that was a good project.
Okay.
And during third year, many of the students, they prefer interning in a company, some company-based experience. But if you want to do MS, then foreign-based research internships would prove better for your profile. So
Okay.
that's why I thought that this time also I will go to some another country and will work at some university rather than getting internship in a company. One more advantage with company is that they pay you for working with them, but for if you're going to some foreign university, that might be non-payable and you will have to bear all expenses. This time also I mailed many professors. I mailed around 100 to 200. Since my profile was strong, I did not have to mail 500 or 600 professors. Mailed around 100 to 200, and I got good offers. I got around 10, 15 offers. So
Wow.
based on one of the professors in Belgium, that's a
Uh-huh.
very good university. It's in Leuven. So he offered housing on his own end and all the other expenses that I had to bear.
Okay.
So that's why I chose to go to Belgium. And also, like, I wanted to go to Europe instead of South Korea or Singapore. I went to Belgium, I went to Spain and Netherlands as well. So that's the fun part of going to Europe, that you can go
Wow.
to any
Uh-huh.
other country. So
Yeah.
that's how I visited these countries, and that's how I got 2 foreign internships.
Wow, wow, amazing. That's really commendable. So tell me something about this foreign internship. Is it a trained in IIT or you knew it, or how did you get to know that you can apply for such internship?
So I got to know about foreign internships through my senior,
Okay.
and it is generally a very good trend if you want to do MS. So it's better to get experience under some professor, right?
Mm-hmm.
To do a research internship.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go for MBA, then obviously you should intern in a company because that is much better for an MBA degree. So I wanted to do MS. That's why I got to know from my seniors that I can mail many professors in different countries, whomever I'm interested in. And that very same professor gave me my recommendation for my master's. So
Wow.
that way also your internship helps. You get better recommenders because the professor that he was working in speech processing, so that is a very niche field, and not many professors work in that field. So he was quite reputed also in this whole academic area. So that's why I applied for research internship since I wanted to go for my master's.
So when you applied for such internship, do they kind of take your interview or exam, or they ask some tough questions before they select you? Because I'm not sure, it's not an easy process, right? They are somewhere in
Yeah,
the foreign and they are just choosing somebody. So on what basis they kind of selected you?
yeah, it's not an easy process. So I also gave two interviews to two different professors in US, and they
Mm-hmm.
did not select me somehow. Unfortunately, something happened in the interview,
Mm-hmm.
and they said that you do not fit our criteria. But the one I went, he was fully satisfied with my profile. So when I went there, I even asked him that what made you choose me out of, you must get a lot of mails, and why did you
Mm-hmm.
choose me for this internship? So he told me that he just liked my profile and he liked my resume. So actually the thing is that you can't just write that I want to work under you and I want to do this and this. You
Mm-hmm.
have to write a whole statement of purpose, like a
Okay.
two-page statement of purpose describing his research and describing your background, that
Mm-hmm.
uh, you need to get a match between the two. If he finds that okay, your previous background work is suitable for him and he will also get some benefit out of it,
Mm-hmm.
like a research paper or something like that, then he picks you instantly. And some professors, they try to choose you through an interview, so it will be a normal Skype interview, and he will test your background skills, that whatever you have written in your resume and profile is
Mm-hmm.
correct.
Okay.
It works like that.
That's amazing. I mean, I hear more. I just feel it's a kind of intense journey, you know. I mean, people just feel that okay, sitting in IIT, you just get a tag and you get everything. But no, I see that a lot of work that you have done, you know, just to even get internship, and also you have seen rejection. So it's not that you get everything very easily just because you have that tag or you were studying in IIT, right? So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
something really motivating, and I really admired the kind of work and research you've been doing. And you were so clear that you want to go for masters in science and you want to do, I mean, amazing. So you have actually pre-planned everything, and your target was MS. So you know all the goals in your life. That's awesome.
Yeah, I already was sure that I wanted to go for Master of Science and not for MBA. So that's why I chose to do all these research internships. Because one more benefit that you get from them is that you might get your own research paper in some of the conferences.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, I could not get that, but still it was a good experience for me and it added a good value to my profile for my masters.
So all these while, when you were thinking about all these milestones for yourself, was there anybody who was guiding you through the process, or this is all through your own research and study that you have done, Shubham?
No, seniors, they guide you a lot. So
Okay.
seniors are very helpful during your college journey, and
Okay.
you must maintain your network with seniors and you must interact with them. And
Mm-hmm.
even some of the professors also, like
Mm-hmm.
my HOD, he gave me my recommendation for the internship that I did after my second year in South Korea.
Okay.
So your professors, they also help, and your seniors, they help a lot.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
must be in contact with them.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a good tip for everybody. I think every today's world networking works.
Yeah, networking is everything, in almost every field.
Absolutely. Even in the job front. Yes. All right. So I know that IIT is considered to be very studious and people always study. So were there also fun moments? Did you meet some girlfriends?
No, no, it's not like that. IIT is always
Okay.
about study. Most of the people, they do not study and they just study 1 to 2 nights before exam.
Uh-huh.
It's also there are a lot of societies and there are a lot of fests that
Mm-hmm.
are organized almost
Okay.
every year. Sports fest and your cultural fest and tech fest. So these
Mm-hmm.
three are the main fests. And even department wise, you get a lot of clubs to be a choose from that you
Mm-hmm.
can be a part of. And even department like my own electronics department, it used to organize many fests.
Mm-hmm.
The whole college has 3 fests, and your department also has various 5, 6 fests. So like you get involved in those fests, and you get to spend time with all the people from that. So it's not all about studying and studying. We do not study all the time.
Okay.
There's also fun aspect.
That's good to know.
No, we are not nerds in IIT.
That's a good statement. Make any girlfriends there?
Yeah, I made
You appear very serious though. When you start talking, you're normal. It was a wonderful experience that you've been taking us through IIT, Shubham. When you look back, what do you think now? Whether it was really worth going to the IIT, how was your experience, and any advice for the IIT aspirants, who wants to join the IIT?
So it was the best time of my life. As I said earlier, I really miss those 4 years and I will cherish them a lot. Obviously for everyone, the college time is the best time of their life.
Absolutely.
So the advice that I will give that is that if you really want to get into IIT,
Mm-hmm.
and you must work hard
Mm-hmm.
because without that determination and without working hard, you can't crack. It's one of the toughest exams in the whole world. I will say that it's one of the toughest exams. So you must give your 100% and you should be away from distractions. And so IIT gives you like 2 attempts. If you are not able to clear your exam in first attempt, you
Mm-hmm.
have one more chance.
Okay.
So I would say that it really is very difficult to face that rejection and to decide that okay, I want to give one more attempt and to
Mm-hmm.
study for a whole year. It's not easy. Like thinking that you can be casual in your first attempt and you can do the hard work in your second attempt. It's not very easy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that just clear your exam in the first attempt. Personally, I know many students that got accepted the second time and they worked hard during their after the first attempt. But I would say that if you really want it, then just clear it in first attempt because it's a trouble for you as well as your parents because 1 year is a lot of time, and so you might break down in between or something might happen, right, which will get away from which will take you away from that IIT admission. So I would say that just study hard for only for those 11th and 12th and just crack the exam.
Absolutely. I mean, very well said. And, sometimes you also lose motivation, right? First time you're
Yeah,
casual, but you're still studying and you get rejected, and then you lose motivation again to gear up and, come to that level. So, yes, I mean,
yeah,
first attempt, what I understand is you should give 100% or more than that, in the first
yeah.
attempt
You,
itself.
you you shouldn't think that okay, I have 2 attempts, so I will clear that in my second attempt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that easy. If
Not that.
you have not cleared in first attempt, you might not get in second attempt.
So thank you for taking through your IIT experience, and it is very difficult, but you have been a role model for most of the students who are watching, not just for IIT but also for your F1 visa, and probably they will also plan their future and target their internship, if they are through that journey of engineering and then getting to MS or masters in technology. But because your people are watching your interview, Shubham, so many people asked me, is Shubham single, ready to mingle yet?
Yeah, yeah. As of now, I am single.
Okay, and
Yeah.
ready to mingle. Okay, girls, be ready. All right, so I will pass on your Instagram to them, whenever they ask me, Shubham, with your permission.
Uh, they will love my Instagram profile, that's for sure.
All right, Shubham. So I am really excited more than you. The kind of journey that I'm hearing you, coming through IIT, then going through these different internships, and then now coming to MS in data science, very enriching field, where you would get a lot of, good prospects in the future. So I know that people were watching, students were watching, are getting aspiration from you, how to get into IIT, and then people who are planning for MS are also aspiring you, looking to your F1 visa interview. So any tips for all the students who are watching your video, how they should plan their, future career goals like you have planned? I see that you're very meticulous in planning. So please give some tips and advice from your side.
So yeah, the only tip that I would give is that decide what once you are in college, decide what you want to do after college. Like you want to do MBA or you want to do masters. Because if you want to do masters, there is a different journey that you must pursue during your college, as I did. And if you want to do MBA, there is a different journey regarding your internships and everything. But one thing is common: just get a good CGPA, get good grades. I know that grades are not that relevant, but it will help you in getting admit from good universities. So even in like IIMs, grades are very important, and they give a weightage to your CGPA. First thing is that. Second thing is that make a good network around your professors and also with your seniors and yeah, with your batchmates as well, like batchmates from different streams, and keep that network, cherish that network, and be in touch with all of them. That's the second thing. And yeah, that's what I would advise. Just keep hustling, keep working hard.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your tips. Thank you so much for joining my channel. I really appreciate it. It means a lot, that you come, you share your experience, and you're sharing your time with us and guiding people who do not know anything about, journey of IIT and MS. So thank you so
Yeah,
much.
definitely. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. All right. We'll catch up again. Bye.
Bye.